Ford hopes small electric cars might make Americans buy EVs. This is kind of interesting because Ford, other than the Mustang, basically ditched cars, period. So that they got rid of the Taurus, the Fusion, the Focus, all these other cars went strictly to trucks, vans, and one sports car, and because that's what was selling and making money. Now, Ford has become sort of a upper tier American auto manufacturer because they ditched their cheaper cars. And, they've tried to make their flagship vehicles. I don't know if you can really call the Mach-E really a Mustang. It's more like the Ford Explorer is now. They're kind of similar cars, but the F-150, Ford probably should have introduced a hybrid F-150 first, kind of like what Ram's doing next year.
Yeah, well, the Ranger they do have the hybrid version of the Ranger now.
The Maverick.
I'm sorry, the Maverick. Yes, I'm sorry, the Maverick.
Right. Yeah, and it gets like 40 miles per gallon. The small pickup, you don't see a lot of them, but they are out there. And you don't really hear talk about this much. But Ford wants to do this pivot to smaller EVs. And I'm not sure, they could certainly make that Maverick all electric, and that'd be kind of, a good one because it'd be cheaper, be a cheaper truck. One of the things is they're talking about an electric Explorer and Lincoln Aviator, but those are still going to be $60,000.
Yeah, they're top of the line premium cars. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's one thing. Ford doesn't make cheap cars. I see people all the time. It's like, oh, the EVs aren't selling. Well, Tesla's not having any trouble selling their cars. Rivian doesn't have vehicles stacking up. The big EV makers don't have problems with their cars stacking up. It seems to be Ford, GM, Stellantis.
They haven't quite figured out what they need to be making, which is the point of that. The article is that they have decided that we focused in the wrong area. We need to focus on small, affordable, electric cars. Now, of course, the reason they got out of the small cars is because there wasn't the same profit that they got out of the big pickup trucks.
We've heard the BYD, and this is funny too, because people don't realize that BYD is a part owned by somebody from Omaha. Warren Buffett has a big stake in it, but BYD's target is Toyota. They want to take market share from the Toyota Corolla and the RAV4 and some of those vehicles. They don't even care about the rest of the EV market. They're determined because they're bringing in electric cars that are less expensive than gas vehicles with better features, cheaper to operate.
I wonder if they're going to come back to the Berkshire Hathaway shareholder meeting, because I had a chance to interview their VP, Stella Lee. It'd be nice to see if they have representative here, we could send you down there with your phone and interview them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, never know. That would be entertaining. So the BYD Seagull, now they're saying $9,698.
Oh, my God. Now it's dropped from $11,000, which is the number I saw for the first series of articles. Now we're under 10.
Well, you know what part of that is? So the U.S. dollar keeps getting stronger. So the value, it keeps making these Chinese cars look cheaper and cheaper. Yeah, so the average price of an American EV is almost $60,000, but this is $10,000. And that VinFast I keep talking about is going to be less than $20,000. So you're going to start seeing some companies come in and really give the big three hell.
Well, a couple of days ago published an article with this thing with Ford deciding to focus on small, affordable EVs. They did this. 20 years ago, they did this. They created a brand called Think, TH''NYK, Think, which was their all-electric car brand. And they had an assembly facility they set up in Elkhart, Indiana. And that was a nice little affordable for the time, electric car. And it's kind of like, maybe you guys shouldn't have decided to sell that, because they had paid, I forget the exact number they paid for the company. It was a Norwegian company. And they invested $100 million to bring that car that the Norwegians were building up to American road standards. And they ended up then, because they decided to get out of the EV business in mid 2000, 2000, the 2010 timeframe. They ended up selling that thing for, I think they sold it to a company in Europe for, it was like $10 million. I mean, it took a huge hit on it. So, here they are. Maybe they should have, like General Motors and the EV1, they should have maybe more quietly stayed the course, but they didn't. So here they are getting their lunch handed to them by the Chinese. So,
yeah, we were talking the other day about how Apple should acquire a couple of, there's about 3 companies that they could go after if they really wanted to, but the big 3 probably ought to look at some of that. I mean, I could see Rivian being a Ford brand. I could see Canoe totally being a Stellantis brand. But I still see Aptera being with a tech company. But it would be pretty cool. I don't know. It'd be hard to fathom seeing any of the big 3 bet on a 3-wheel vehicle.
Tim Cook, come on, guy. You got all kinds of money sitting there. Help this little company out and slap your logo on it, baby.
What is it? Aptera's got like 50, 60,000 pre-orders for the damn thing. I mean, we're talking in the billions of dollars of pre-orders.
Yeah.
They just need a little push to get over the hump so they can manufacture.
And Apple, part of the reason they got out of Titan is they decided to put their money into AI technology. So why not take some of that same technology and apply that into the Aptera, so you can get in that thing and drive across country on sun power and let the AI take you there.
Hi, I'm David with EV World News. If you like this video, then please press the like button. If you like the content and would like to see more videos on electric vehicles, then please hit the subscribe button. If you have some feedback for us, please let us know in the comments. Have a great day.